But welcome to the evening podcast. Having some fish. Open discussion. Open topic. You see the title. Would you? I posed the question to the ladies that are looking for the men that are looking for the relationships. Would you date a man locked up? Most of y'all gonna say no. And I want to know no. I want to know why. Why would you not date a man locked up? Now, I'm not talking about a man that went to jail while he was with you, but I'm talking about, would you date a man locked up that you never met before that somebody was introducing you to? Brother Ori, what's up, brother? It's good to see you, man. This is entitled Transitioning Incarcerated Success into Community Reality, my podcast. I welcome you. Express yourself. Let me know what you're thinking about. Let me know. I got a whole gang of brothers. I got a whole lot of brothers that are in the process of coming home, and a whole lot of brothers are looking for good women. Would you date a man that's coming home, and would you give him a shot? You know what I mean? Would you give him a shot? You know what I mean? You know, there's a stigma with the brothers in jail that's locked up. You know what I mean? That they spit a good little story and all that. Some do, granted. But based on the pool of the men that are out here, and based on the way the pool of men are treating women. Now, I hear a whole lot. I hear y'all say a whole lot about the way men ain't nothing, men is dogs and all that. Okay, so if that's the case, then would you take a shot? Talk to me now. Come on, talk to me. Come on, I need one of y'all. Matter of fact, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do right here. Yeah. This is what I'm gonna do right here. Bang. Bang. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send y'all some invites. I need a lady to ask me. I need to have some. You think, well, you don't want to come talk to me? It's cool. I need some ladies that had experience with men that have come home from jail. You know what I mean? The stories, you know what I mean? Some success, some successful, some not. You know what I mean? Some not. Some put up some see some things that maybe they shouldn't see. Maybe there's a fairy tale going on in two ways. Men can tell a story from the inside of the wall, but women can tell a story also from the other side. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that thing. Two ways. And I just say this, I say this, that if you're single and you're looking for a brother, that are you looking for a good dude, you really need to give a man a good shot. I'm the reference here now. You know what I mean? I know them. You know what I mean? Would you give them a shot? Would you give them a chance just to be able to say hi to you? It's a conversation. You have to meet them today to get to know them in a way that makes you comfortable. Or would you take the time to reach over the wall and get to know what a joker's thinking about? You know what I mean? You don't know a dummy. You don't know if a joker ain't got it together and he ain't thinking right. You ask him about what your plans, what the future. You know how a joker's going to talk to you. You know if he's going to give you the coated over story. You know what I mean? Women know Y'all know when men's giving you, y'all look into their eye, whatever it is, that thing y'all do. That know when your brother's lying, but you don't know if he's giving you the gift, the gab, or he got it right, that type of stuff. See, because men can write letters. Men will write letters and all that type of stuff. I was in jail and I had, somebody, and I thought that we was going to be gone forever. Made plans to do just that, but things wasn't the way it was interpreted. You know what I mean? And didn't work out. Period. They had a plan. You know what I mean? You got men that's coming home that got plans. You got men that are focusing on what's important. You got men in here that are getting in touch with their God. You got men in here that are facing the issues that we used to ignore. Talk back to me up in here. You got men in here that are working out. You got men in here that are becoming strategic, and they're doing it. Men don't do everything. Men don't do everything that they're doing in there in order to stay in there. Men don't do that. No. Some folk are cool, absolutely. Some men are looking for home plans. You know what I mean? Some folk are looking for that. Some men got ulterior motives. You know what I mean? Some men don't got the ability to come out here and get up on their feet. You know what I mean? Some men still got that Slick Willie syndrome about them. Absolutely. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you one thing, there's more men that are getting focused than there are not. I guarantee you that much. And yeah, you got to look out for the shyster. You know what I mean? Somebody who wants you to be around, while they're there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You get somebody that wants this, somebody send them money. You know what I mean? Come see them. You know what I mean? You see it. You can walk in the visiting room and you'll see it. You know what I mean? If you've been there. You'll see a brother sitting up in there and homeboy be tight. You know what I mean? His workout regimen is proper. You know what I mean? His complexion is great. He got a nice cut, waved up, and he's sitting there with an unattractive person, and he's feeding his story to her. We're going to be together. Yeah. We're going to have a future together. Yeah, and that's men bitten. And there are men who do just that. You know what I mean? There are men that'll sit there and spin you a tale, sitting in doing, that'll tell you some things that'll have you thinking you watching Netflix. I promise you, it's in the nature. You know what I mean? Men will sit and think about different things about, how they can undermine, when they get out, whatnot, how they can circumvent the system. You know what I mean? You sit and we hear the thing. Men get different ingredients from other players. You know what I mean? Let me tell me about how you did that thing, how that thing worked out for you. And he'll give him his spiel. Oh, yeah, I did it this way. You know what I mean? I had her like that. You know what I mean? What? Like that? And he'll take that and put it in his spiel, you know what I mean? And present it as his repertoire when he get out. So you got to look out for feedbacks like that. You got to do that. But the process is this. I'll tell you this much. It'll be hard, not to say it'll be impossible, but it'll be hard to really get to know a brother out here the way you could communicating with my man right there. You meet a person and you'll decide whether you want to bang with them and kick it with them based on their vibe. Let me see how he talking. You know what I mean? How women decide that from the gate. 2 minutes into the conversation, a woman will know if this dude got something on his brain. The way he giving up his spiel. What's up, shorty? What's up, mama? You know what I mean? We gonna kick it. A woman ain't going for that. They not going. So they're not going for that. And so here's the thing. So that being the case, in the state of the, what we call a courtship, the state of the courtship today, out here today, and how men approach women versus the way a man might introduce himself from in jail. Yo, 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 what's up, baby? You know what I mean? Can we kick it? Or you got the, you know, how you doing, Black Queen? You know, it is my pleasure to make your acquaintance as time allows it. You know what I mean? I hope that the stars align with you and it finds you in the perfect health of peace, prosperity, and selective love that come from the mountains. That's the spiel of some brothers will actually all the things you approach from a man from this side that said, yo, excuse me, let me holler at you. Come here, let me holler at you real quick. Or a man that says, how you doing? I wonder if I'll be able to get a minute to talk to you for a minute. You see how you're thinking, but not maybe, you know, that my name's Earl. You know what I mean? I appreciate the time, you know, that allows me to be able to get to know you maybe. You know what I mean? You got time in your room. Now, here's the thing. You say, woo, man, he's smooth with it. He's smooth with it. That's what they'll say. They'll say he's smooth with it. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, it takes her to decipher his smoothness. And whether he is or not. What's up? So this is my grandson right here. Say what's up. Look. Say hi to the people right there, man. Say hi. And so the point of it is this that you taking it? It's chilling. And so the point of it is, yes, sir, 10 a.m. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so the point of the matter is this: there's a lot of men on both sides of the fence. A lot of men with good relationships out here, a lot of men that are not. There's a lot of men in jail looking for a good relationship in here. A lot of them not. A lot of them doing like what my man said, which is look not today, Linda. which says that he's looking for a place to live. You know what I mean? He's looking for a place where he can lay his head. You know what I mean? But there's some men in jail that are absolute treasures that's looking for an opportunity to be able to plant his seed. You know what I mean? But that needs a little help. Now, that's why it's called halfway houses. And halfway houses are a stepping stone for a lot of men that are focused on what, you know, you trying to do. Because, you know, here's the thing about that. A lot of men are, you know, that did time don't have a foundation that they can come out on here and church. What's happening? A lot of men don't have a foundation that you can come out here and thrive. Everybody needs help sometimes. You know what I mean? Everybody needs help. You know, some man got the knack to come out of jail and get on his job and go get it. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. You know what I mean? Some men just do that. Some men can just go come out here and work a job and go get what he wants and not even focus on a relationship with a woman because that'll find its way to him. When he's focused, and a man coming out of jail, a woman is like any man that did some time, any man that fell down, any man that really did some tick. A woman is the last thing he's focused on. I promise you that matters because it burns him up. A true man that he don't have the foundation of a crib to call his own. Then he can run some hot water in the bottle of man, and he's focused. He got a plan to get out and do whatever he got to do the right way in order to get himself in that position to get him a crib. You know what I mean? But a lot of men come out don't have that. They don't have the skills. They don't have. Some folk just ain't learn. Some men just don't want to get away from the fast way, and that gets in the way of the ability to participate in a functioning relationship. You know what I mean? You got men that are coming out of jail, focused. You got men that got plans and come out to women that want the old dude that was a street gangster and put the pressure on them about that because about a couple dollars. And she gonna go back to the streets And she gonna go back to what you used to do to bring that money up in here. Meanwhile, he planning on climbing this ladder wherever he got, and he's making $9. But that beats, that absolute beats him sending $25 a month home. He's trying to do what he got to do, but there's pressure on him. And you got to ask yourself, are you prepared for that? If a man came home, you know what I mean? If a man, you're absolutely going to get out and get focused. No, here's the thing. It ain't get focused. Before a man that's focused gets out, that focusing process is already taking place. I promise you, a good man, and have allowed him to do just that because of the stigma that's attached to him. You know, some for good reason. Some men come home and don't do right. Some men come home and just got no act right in them, period. A lot of brothers. And they got potentials. One of my biggest things is that in order to convince some strangers to let you out of jail when they could easily leave you in there, that means you on to something well. But the brothers, we come and we forget about that and forget about this. Here's the thing. The men will sit in jail and write the letters to the ladies and say this, that there becomes an expectation from the woman or run the streets no more. Oh, he's not going to mess with the mother women no more. Women believe that. Women take that to heart. You know what I mean? And they believe that. And that's because of the women that's out here that been dogging them, that been running through them, and that been not treating them with the respect that they're due for. Come on, and so the woman that desires to be treated right, she's yearning for this prince that's going to come. This prince that's been sending this letter through the mail, that's been telling her about what the plans are and what our family's going to do, how we're going to be focused, and all these things that are written down and kept in treasures and kept close to her heart, and all these things that we do. You know what I mean? Women begin to believe that, and that takes away from a great woman believing that her king is still on the other side of the wall. We made mistakes. We fell out. You know what I mean? We did dumb stuff and all that, and we found ourselves in that situation. But that don't actually mean or advertise the person of who we are because of the address. No way. You got great men that's sitting in jail, and I promise you this much. And Trill can Trill can attest to this. There are great men that's sitting in here and can't wait to do nothing but nurture a relationship. Can't wait. Daydream about it. Daydream about, how can, when I get out there, man, you know what I mean, bro, man, when I get out there, man, I'm gonna get me this complexion type of woman. She's gonna be this type of woman. I'm gonna treat her this way. I'm not gonna do this the same way that they'll do that in the great way. Some don't do the right way, But I say that to every woman who still believe in us, that still believe in the man that we are, the men, the aphrodisiac men that we are. I'm saying this: don't miss what's being prepared for you. Because get this, that man that you looking for, sis, that man that you looking for, there might be some things that he has to get worked on. You know what I mean? There might be some things that have to be tuned up. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about between him and God. There might be some that'll make him better for you. There's some things that are internal in men that we can't deal with, that we can't fix, and that we need a touch from God to be able to be just an image of a good man for women that are looking for us. We know women are looking for men that'll come home and be a strong force that's been in jail. You know what I mean? They're looking for that. They're dependent upon. Just because we go away, it doesn't mean the dependency upon the black man in the household isn't still there. And so men that are still there, we still longing, even on this other side of this wall, we are longing to still be attached to that, but we lose that from our women, from our sisters. He's a jailbird. I ain't messing with that. I heard a lady say, I ain't messing with nobody in jail. I ain't messing with no jailbird. I ain't giving no, he just got out of jail. I got one friend who said, he's looking for a house. He's looking for a place to stay. That's true. A lot of brothers are. But a lot of brothers out here getting ready. They sitting in here getting ready to come out here and buy houses. There's a lot of brothers that are doing that. There's a lot of brothers in jail that will come out here and be community changers, focused, pillars, and businessmen and all that type of stuff. But they were sitting in jail. I was sitting in jail. And my address said that I was BC 1347. My address said that I was FG 9291. And I was in jail. My uniform that I had on didn't tell somebody that I was a kind person. My jail uniform that I had on didn't tell somebody that I'm respectful. My jail uniform didn't tell somebody that I'm thoughtful, that my drive is unmatched. My uniform didn't say that. But that didn't mean, because my uniform didn't say that, it didn't mean that I wasn't that. It didn't mean that I wasn't kind, I wasn't gentleman, that I couldn't. And some men struggle with it tells us out here that this is easy. A lot of us, man, that come from jail or community changers, because we got the courage to go up against the grain. Be careful to place a stigma on a brother who's been in jail. Be careful to not give him an opportunity to show you who he is today. Because we all fall short. We all got sin. We all got that. We all got problems that we struggle with. What I say? But there's a whole lot of men, I promise you that I can't wait. They can't wait to lay their eyes on you. Can't wait. I used to sit in the jailhouse and I used to talk to my wife. I didn't even know her. I apologized to her because I wasn't there. And I still had some issues I had to deal with being locked up. But my yearning was right. There were men in jail that will be an absolute mighty pillar strong that won't be knocked over. And women of the day will walk right past them because you know he was in jail. You know he just got out of jail. You know he was in jail a couple of times. You know that, right? You know that, right? You know he's on parole, right? You know that, right? You know that, right? You know he used to steal cars, right? You know he used to steal cars. You know he used to carry guns, right? You know he shot somebody. You know he did all that. Yeah, we all used to do something. In order to be greater, we had to do something lesser great. I know I had to. Men that are incarcerated have an opportunity to sit down and think about the error of their ways, which way they're gonna go, whether it's right, whether it's right, whether it's left. Men sitting in jail just got that opportunity to really sit down and think. Out here in the streets, what would you do? What would you rather have? Ladies, what would you rather have? A man that you meet that's living life, that you're trying to choose for you, that you're trying to choose for your children, that you're trying to choose for your household, that you're trying to, getting old now. You know that, right? You're getting old. You know what I mean? You found a man, you're trying to choose a man for you. You know what I mean? You tired of these jokers running through your household, and you looking for a man just for you. And I ask you this, where are you going to find an opportunity to figure out who he is in today's walk, when he's out here chasing his money, living his life, and you get an opportunity to chase, do you get to know him, versus a man that you just might just listen to, this man who's incarcerated. Let me see what he's thinking about, his heart, his drive, his ambition, and all these things, and he actually has the time to sit down and express that. Now, the expression part just might not be for you. The expression part that he has in himself and what he wants for tomorrow and his future might be to confirm in himself. You know what I mean? Y'all call it slick letter, jail talking, institutional, and all that talking. Let me tell you this much. I tell you this much. There was a time I was a dummy in jail, and then there was a time where I wasn't a dummy in jail. There was a time I had a priceless about me that women didn't know about, and I was locked up. There were women that would have just bypassed me and said, I ain't even going to look his way, not knowing that I was a nice man, not knowing that I was kind. There were men who possessed these qualities. Where they at? Y'all say ain't nothing out here but dogs, ain't nothing out. Where are the men that are gentlemen? Where are they at? Do you think gentlemen don't make mistakes? They do. And they're sitting in jail, getting it together. Whole lot of them can't get out no more because they made mistakes like that. That's what we do. That's what we do. But you ask yourself, when you get a chance to get to know a person, what is that opportunity? What is getting to know a person? You know what I mean? Seeing them every day? How often do you really get to talk? When you meet the person, how on the phone, how you text? And at some point in time, you figure that that's enough to begin a relationship with this person versus meeting somebody who's had a chance to figure out his own thoughts and learn the ability to be able to communicate them and talk to you and say, look, I understand I made some mistakes, but I figured out what I can do to not make the same mistakes again. I was thinking about, how I missed out an opportunity to really be a stepfather. And I made some mistakes about doing just that for this young man while I was sitting here. Why I had the opportunity to be able to fine-tune some of the characteristics about me. See, there's a lot of men that are good and great men that are sitting in jail. Don't know about the inside of them, haven't had the opportunity to be able to express it. And they're young. The generation is younger now. And they made mistakes and they're being separated and they have to fine-tune a lot of things sitting in the jailhouse. Whether you want to believe me or not, some of y'all next mates and husbands and all that is on the way to, they're sitting in jail right now. You know that? What time is it? What time is it right now? It's 8 o'clock right now. Whether you want to believe it or not, right now, some of y'all husbands, some of y'all future fiancés and boyfriends and all that, right now they're walking in a circle in the yard right now. You know what I mean? So a lot of them sitting with me, a woman, man, she going to be dark-skinned and thick, man. I'm telling you, that's the virus. That's how men talk, man. Snow bunny, man. I promise you that, man. I'm gonna have 10 chicks, man. Yo, I only want one, man. That's it, man. That's the phases that men go through in the jailhouse. There are men that can be treasures and heads of households. You know what I mean? And protectors and providers and all that. Everything that we need is out here right now. As we see it right now, everything that we need in our community is not in place. There are men that are sitting in jail right now, and I promise you that. I promise you that. What would you look past them? You say, many women have looked at a man and he looks appealing and have allowed him into the space reserved for somebody that should be special. And because he looked good, he got access to a place he shouldn't have been. And that knocking you upside your head because look good. Because you hadn't had the chance to figure out who he is. But if you find a man that might be sitting there waiting to come and get his place, Billy, what's happening with you? And get himself wherever he needed to be, you might find yourself with a kind man that's going to change your life forever. And he might not be rich. But I'll tell you this much. He'll have something equipped in him that should confirm in your spirit that he'll never give up, that he'll take the time to realize the error of his ways. I promise you this. If you catch a man that's coming from hell, his work ethic isn't going to be like nothing you've ever seen before. Because he's programmed to go to work every day. Anything that becomes habitual first must be done one time. Got to be. So when you keep doing something repetitively, it becomes your nature. And even without you realizing it. And so when you're getting up every day, you'll find yourself going to work and being at work at 8 o'clock in the morning every day. You'll find yourself at work on Monday when everybody else isn't at work. You got to understand that. Because there are men that will work a second job for free just to stay out the cell. I promise you. I did it. I did it. You know what I mean? All because I knew I would and work out in the joint and eat every day and work every day. How can I not out here? How can they not out here? There are men that are going to be kings to you sisters out there. Gotta give them an opportunity. Would you date a man that's locked up? Would you give him an opportunity to steal your heart? I ain't trying to open nobody up. But sometimes you gotta open somebody's eyes and look a little bit different. In a different package, a lot of women today, they want a right here, right now person. My brother said to me, I was in jail and I had called him and I said, yo, bro, I said, man, hook me up with a girl, man. And he said, look, bro, he said, man, I just want to let you know, bro. He said, man, the closest get the mostest. I said, what? He said, the closest get the mostest. I said, what you mean by that? He said, man, the women today, man, he said, they want a man right there. They don't want no dudes in jail, bro. They want a man right here. They want a man to help out with these bills, help out with these kids. You know what I mean? They want a man to make them feel safe. You know what I mean? They want a man to take them out. You know what I mean? They want a man to tell their girlfriend that they got a man, even if he ain't a good man. You know what I mean? They just want a man, bro. And they don't want to deal with the jail thing, bro. You know what I mean? Because there's a stigma. They say we in jail, we ain't shit. That's what they say. They say that, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, I love to hook you up with a chick, man. You know what I mean? I know what you gonna do when you come home, bro. He was like, but the chicks, man, they not having it, man. They want a dude that's gonna be there, right now, man. They don't even want to talk on the phone. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's crazy. I said, they don't know who I am, man. They not hearing that. The sisters, y'all not hearing the men that might be screaming, sending smoke signals. I'm here. I'm coming. And you think it's a game? You fooling yourself if the brothers is not getting plucked. And you know what I'm talking about. They getting plucked. Why? Because these jokers will come from Harrisburg and come rent a hotel and come visit for 3 days straight. Meanwhile, he ain't had a visit from somebody's sister in 4 years. And so when they come from in, it isn't that me as a brother, a black man, I want this different type. It isn't that I'm okay, I'm special when my circumstances are trying to convince me that I ain't nothing. If somebody's coming and telling me, okay, I believe in you and I'm waiting on you and I trust you. You know what I mean? There are women that took a chance on a dude who was sitting in jail. And Angela, I'm put you out there, she been married happily. 21 years. 21 years. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. Though he sat in the jailhouse, you know what I mean? He was an absolute kind-hearted brother. A good dude, still is. Best friend in the world. But she didn't allow the stigma of him being in jail to keep her from opening her heart. And it happened to be the second best thing she did after finding Christ. And so I say that to say to allow her experience and allow folk that has given themselves an opportunity to trust what don't make sense to the natural mind. We easily do that. we expect God to send our package the way that we want to wrap it, the way we want to wrap. We want it to look like, we want it to look like our mind says look, when it might look super built lady, you know what I mean, might not know how to cook you food to make you feel better, man. You know what I mean? And then the dude that look good, got the big wheels and spin the wheels and all that, he might not know how to find the flour for you. You know what I mean? So you can't just get locked into what they say, what always look good is always good for you. And so I say that if you give yourself an opportunity to God to be God, because He's God all by Himself, He might show you something. He might show you something that you never might not look a day in your life and find something, man, that you would feel like you couldn't live another moment without. That's men that you'll find locked up. And brothers too, that's women you'll find locked up. But it's more of a thing about women. Y'all are in abundance out here. Men are limited. Men that are going to walk right and do right and focus. You know what I mean? Men, we limit ourselves, But the men that are in jail, which are in droves, that are sitting in there waiting, educating themselves. They studying their word, whatever it might be, whatever it is, whatever religion they believe in. They doing just that. They reasoning with themselves. You know what I mean? They getting the body sleep and rest and everything that they need and all that, and the calming of the spirits and shoveling up of the emotions that been dug deep and all that, and making ground fertile to learn and all that type of stuff and all that, and they're alone. And men are alone, and God said it's not good that man should be alone. And you got men that are alone. And God said it is not good that man should be alone. Let me make a helpmate comparable to him. It's not good that men are alone that sit in jail. Now, trust God. She said, if you pray to God and wait for the answer. And more important, I talked about that, discernment, the understanding, this something. And here's what discernment is. Discernment is understanding without using your eyes. Discernment is coming to a peace in your spirit of exactly what God is trying to get you to understand. Discernment gives absolute clarity of exactly what it is, this wisdom nugget that God wants you, is understanding that it's finest. Discernment, not a partial understanding. Discernment means it's laid bare and you have complete understanding. Ask God. God will send it to you. God's speaking to your husband right now. He's speaking to your future mate right now. He's touching him right now. Right now, he's struggling with something right now. Hiding from some things that God's revealing to him right now. That's going to make him able for you to deal with him when he gets to you. Some of y'all going to say, man, what the heck is wrong with Earl? I didn't mess around now. I didn't got this letter from this guy from jailhouse. Get this. You can't pray about something. Have you heard me? You can't pray about something and never expect an answered prayer. You can't do that. When you pray about something, you let God know about it, let it go, and wait for God to be God all by himself. You can't help him. Don't need your help. The moment you put your hands into it, the moment it's going to mess up. And anytime you think you can fix it, you're on your God. Pray about it. Yes, sir? You heard me? You heard me? Yes, sir. And so, that's my grandson. And so, I'm saying this as I close this evening. Have your heart been moved? Have you made your heart fertile ground? Have you had your heart, have you spoken to God? Get what you need from him while he might be getting what he needs from God. And then, and only then, when you get that, then he come to you. And y'all come together. But you got to ask yourself. You have to have the spirit of expectation. Angie said, ladies, take your time and build. Don't just jump here first. My husband was my pen pal, then my friend. Then my friend, then my best friend, and then when God says so, my husband. And he was in jail. And he ain't never asked him for a dime. There are men like that. There are men like that that are kings by nature. There are men that are sitting in jail at the gate with their bags ready to go, being tortured. Because they got a plan, they got a vision, they got everything they need to go and do what they need to do, but they got to deal with the consequences of their sin, and the consequences of their crime. You still got to deal with that. But men, they waiting. You have to open up your heart. We're going to dig into this thing here about the churches of the men that's in jail. There's a whole lot of men out there that can do a whole lot of good for a whole lot of women, a whole lot of sisters. I know how to get to them too, and they on their way home. This is transitioning incarcerated success into community reality. Make sure you click on this. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Hallelujah Anyhow, with 3 W's at the end, and Earl Baldwin. I need y'all to go ahead and subscribe and like this video. Y'all be blessed. Talk to you. I see you. Peace. I like this. Troy Baldwin.